3.
Take 1. I'm Sissy, and this is Mommy. And that's me.
You gotta tell them what we're doing today?
Yeah. We're making Valentine's Day soap that's gummy bear scented.
Gummy bear scented soap. At home, we have new kits available. They just launched on Etsy. We have all different types of bases from, did we start at a half a pound?
Yes.
A half a pound all the way up to 20 pounds. We have everything from clear glycerin to goat's milk to sheep milk, donkey milk, hemp, avocado, and so many more coming. Oh, our favorite is honey. We also have great honey base. We have new whipped soap base and also bath bomb bases. And then we have different types of clays, charcoal, turmeric powder, lavender buds, fragrances, and also new soap embeds that go on the top of your soaps when you make them. Most of the new kits come with everything you need to get started, including your soap cutter and a mold. So we'll put the link down below and you can check this out.
Okay, here are the ingredients we'll be using. A measuring spoon, 1 tablespoon. Is that what that says?
Yes.
Okay. And this syringe to fill up some molds, this tiny whisk, and this is perfect for me because I got tiny hands. And we're using the smaller measuring cup. And we're using rubbing alcohol to spray the soaps so they can cool off more. Avocado oil. We're using honey, that's natural. And this is some oil. Sunflower oil. And then this is
Eucalyptus.
And it can help you breathe sometimes because it's strong. And then we're using coloring, cherry scents, and this passion fruit.
This is passion fruit castor oil, and we actually have several blends of that we'll also be adding to the Etsy.
And we have scent. This is gummy bear scent.
That's
the main thing that we're using. And we have goat's milk. Is that goat's milk?
Yes.
And it's white. And then this is clear glycerine.
Yep.
And we just chop both of these up with a cutter like that. And then this is a little bit of coconut oil. And then here's some pigment. And then we use some of these sometimes to mix them up, or we can use like this. And we will have gloves. And there's some stuff that she had already explained, and silicone ropes.
That's all.
3.
And we're putting our gloves on now so we can stay sanitary. And because like any of us could be sick right now, like me, but I'm not like super sick. I just have like a cold. So like that's okay. I won't hurt you. And so we're putting in about half of this, and it's about half a pound.
Each one of these is about a pound cut up. So we're gonna fill this about halfway.
Tell me when.
Yeah, that should be about good.
Just adding those to them.
And if we need more, we can always add more. So to this, we're gonna add
honey.
just a little bit of honey.
This is really good honey. You can use it for food too, but like we like to use it for soap because it feels good.
This is raw and unfiltered honey. These are all optional. You don't have to add them to the soap bases. We just like the way it makes our soap feel.
And this is sunflower oil.
Yes.
And you add a 1 tablespoon of each.
Yes.
So this is the sunflower oil. Only 1, and then you could do the honey. Oops, just a little bit in there. And this honey is very nice, and I think people like it.
So honey and the extra oils actually help your bars lather, and it makes them super conditioning, so you will not be disappointed.
And oh yes, and I forgot to say we've laid down some wax paper on our surface so we won't make a mess. Oh yes, and you would need
No.
to add.
We're gonna add this into the goat's milk.
Oh,
So we're gonna
sorry.
save that one.
Okay.
So we're gonna put this in the microwave now and do it in 30-second intervals. You wanna do it in the microwave?
For 30 seconds.
And we'll be back in a second. The countdown is on.
Alright, be careful.
Go.
There's gonna be more dramatic than that.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, you have to stir this lightly because if it splashes up, it is very, very hot. So we are going to stir it for a sec. You want it to cool down before you add your scent in.
Oh yes, and we said you can put it in for 30 seconds, but like that might not melt all the way, so you can just keep putting it in for 30 seconds till it melts, and then it'll eventually get like this. And you don't want any chunks of soap in there, cause like that won't make your soap right.
Ready to add the color?
Yes.
So we are going to add, so I'll put a little bit in here. This is the alcohol with the pigment powder.
If rubbing alcohol.
Thank you. And this is cosmetic grade pigment powder.
And then you take one of these sticks and you can mix
You want to mix it up in here
Yeah.
first?
And I like to use this tiny whisk because it's nice and it's yellowish greenish, and I kind of like that color.
Okay.
And it's tiny.
And pour it in there.
And then you just pour it in here, just like a little bit, like a few pinches of it. Wow, it looks orange, but like it's actually red. Or, like,
And
pink
then
color.
we're going to do a couple drops of red.
And the pigment can make your soap shiny sometimes. Cause like the pigment's shiny. And like this is like a perfect gummy red color.
So the pigment with the liquid color makes a really bright red. Sometimes it'll be dull and kind of pinkish. All right, so we're going to do this in two different parts. We're going to do a red layer, and then we're going to do red hearts.
And if you have like super tiny molds, like we have a smaller set of molds, you can use one of these to help fill it up. Like we have small molds, and like when we make things, we can just like use this and like you just suck it in, and then you just like stir it. It's this syringe. That's usually we use that for like smaller molds than this at least. Like these. Anything smaller than this, you maybe have to use one of these.
Okay, so I went ahead and poured the bottom layer, and then we're going to let her do the hearts.
Yes, and
This can be messy sometimes, so we're just splash my face, either. So we're using the syringe. Okay, there you go. And I like using the syringe. I definitely recommend an adult filling up the syringe. Yeah, because sometimes if you're young like me, you could burn yourself in.
We are going to let the bottom layer of these dry, and then we are going to let the hearts dry, and we'll be right back.
bye. I'll tell you like a few tips. It's not one. Tip 1: just add a little at a time into your soap until you like it. Don't add like a lot because like you can run out fast because these are small containers. And an easier way to make your soap harden faster is to put it in the freezer or refrigerator and let it sit until it's hardened. These can be exfoliating. These are things that we didn't add except for the pigment. So we have this pigment. You can just get bags like this or like little containers. I think we have containers too, but we don't sell those. We have some sand. And we have some oatmeal. It's not like the grains, it's just like more
It's powdered.
yeah.
It's good for your skin. And then the sand is sterilized. It's good. It's an exfoliant.
And these are dried rose petals. These are really good for you. I got poppy seeds. Poppy seeds can help you with.
It's exfoliating.
And this is clay.
Bentonite clay.
This is
Turmeric powder.
turmeric powder. I can't say that word. And then this is lavender flower buds. And you can put all of these into your soap. And there's like a few other things also you can put into your soap. Can you put glitter in your soap?
There's cosmetic glitter.
Yes, cosmetic glitter you can put in your soap. And that's my tips. So now we're doing the second part of this. We're using the goat's milk, and you're just gonna pour the same amount as you did in that one. Wait, are we gonna use all of this or no?
That should probably be enough.
Yeah, so
If we need more, we'll melt more though.
And then you're gonna add a little bit of passion fruit. You wanna read what this is?
That's the passion fruit castor oil. And sometimes so the goat's milk tends to be super soft. I'll hold this. The goat's milk tends to be super soft, so sometimes I add a little bit of the clear to it. Okay.
And you would add the passion fruit, and you would only need 1 tablespoon.
And this is the castor oil.
You saw that's a different scents.
Yes.
I like passion fruit.
We have a few different scents of the castor oils.
And then you want to add a little bit of coconut oil. We just got like, do you know how much this is? Doesn't matter.
It's probably about 1.5 tablespoons. Use your little wooden stick to get that out.
Yes, and we're using this skewer?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Like a mixing stick.
Yeah. It's like ball stick or something. So this is hard to get out.
I see.
And then you want to heat this. It probably will take like the same amount of time as you took the heat mat, but just put it on 30 seconds till it's all the way melted. And scent this time. We added gummy bear scent mixed with cherry, and it smells so good.
Okay, so she's gonna put that in the microwave, and we'll get this melted.
And be careful.
So we shouldn't have added the scent in yet. That was my mistake. The scent, it has a flash point, so you need to add it before it gets, I think it's like 180 for that scent. Sometimes it varies. So we're just gonna melt this slow to make sure we don't lose any of our scent. And if we have to add in more, we'll add in more. Put it back in the microwave.
Yes.
So now we have everything melted. This is typically when we would add that fragrance in. I've laid this on a flat surface so we can pick it up and carry it to the freezer. And we've already sprayed this down with alcohol. We're going to give it one more good spray.
And it smells like Bath and Body Works down here.
Alright, so we're going to slowly pour this in.
And it smells super good. It smells exactly like gummy bears. It smells like cherry gummy bears, obviously, because we added cherry and gummy bear scents. And now she just poured it in. It looks very nice. These are our Valentine's Day soaps. Are you gonna sell these?
We will have a version of these for sale.
Something like it, maybe?
And then we already popped our hearts out. So I think you have to place them in carefully and make sure it does not splash. See, I did that one good. That one I didn't do good.
Oops, that one turned upside down. Stick.
Oh man.
Guys, this part's really tricky. You can sometimes the hearts like to go upside down, which is annoying a little bit. Oop. And keep splashing.
And this was our first try at these, so next time around we know not to fill it up so much.
Yes, and
This is what they're supposed to look like. It's the first one.
not all boards end up perfect like these.
We typically, this is our first run with this idea. Can you show this one?
Yes, this one was the only good one.
Usually we practice first.
And it smells so good. Can you smell it?
Alright, come back here. And we typically practice first, so this was our practice run. We got one good one. This is what it's supposed to look like. Dual layer. These are our not so good ones. So we are going to show you, do you want to do another video?
Yes.
We're going to show another video on what we do with the ones that don't turn out great.
So this is our good one. So bye.
We're going to keep this one.
Yes.
You're going to use it?
Yes.
Alright, thanks for watching. We have a couple more videos we're going to film for you, and subscribe.
And hit the like button.
Hit the like button. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.